If you've seen enough of pop stars and football players in the headlines, let me add another story to the mix: artificial intelligence. Stories of AI and expectations of AI are certainly growing, but when breaking it down, there seem to be two different perspectives. People who either fear AI and they think it will disrupt everything, including their jobs, or AI is going to make human life better and enhance the productivity of the workplace. Where do you stand? We're going to get into the details right now on UBS Trending. Hi, everybody, and welcome to UBS Trending. I'm Anthony Pastore, back in the studio, and I'm here with my colleague Mike Kaplan-Bassas from Bristolgate Capital Partners to talk about AI. And we're going to go into different aspects of AI, Mike, but first of all, it's great to see you. And I want to say, look, we know that AI, artificial intelligence, has been in the headlines. 2023 is a big year. We all learned what ChatGPT and large language models are, but it's not new technology. So people fear the disruption of what it's going to be is more, I think, to the point. What are your thoughts on the disruptiveness of AI? Is it going to take our jobs and put us all out of work?
Great question, Anthony. Thanks for inviting me on today. So, indeed, AI is disruptive and it's transformative, and it's going to impact the way we work, the way we live, how industries are run, etc. And so you can't hide from it. You can't stick your head in the sand. And but when you think of how AI impacts various industries right now, you think of things like automation. Anything that's repetitive or anything that's routine is at risk of being automated. Mm-hmm. Now, that's going to result in some job losses, but on the other side of that, there's going to be a lot of much more value-add jobs created going forward, and we think that's a positive net for for going forward. And when you think of all the places that's being impacted by AI, so think of automation, think of data analysis and insights. Being able to analyze data quickly and accurately with the least amount of errors as possible and make better informed decisions is very, very helpful and very positive. Think of healthcare where the detection of disease can be earlier, where drug discovery and new drugs can be accelerated. AI is going to have huge positive influence there. Cybersecurity, education, natural language processing, etc. It's having very positive effects in many places across the economy, and that's only going to become more pronounced going forward. But there are downside risks too. So, in terms of governments and businesses working together to making sure we have enough safeguards in place, that's going to be ongoing, but important.
Always, with the cybersecurity, anything digital, we always have to be aware of the potential risks of cyber and attacks and things like that. But yes, hopefully detection will get better. And I wanted to go back. You kind of use the analogy of like how it makes everything more efficient. It helps humans with processing. It's kind of like what happened in the Industrial Revolution. People thought that factories were going to take jobs away, but it created an automated system of way to create objects like cars or tools or anything that's machine. And it's just sort of an advanced version of that. And I like that you said that there are going to be other jobs that will be created thanks to the fact that we're going to have all of this artificial intelligence that needs to be built and managed and all that. So one of the things that's really interesting, and you brought this up with me earlier, is our 2023 Billionaires survey that we do here at UBS, which is a survey of many of our clients who fall into billionaire status. They were talking about AI as one of the biggest commercial opportunities. I think it's fascinating to hear that a lot of people who are business owners and successful, as well as billionaires, also see AI as the great opportunity.
Yes, we loved seeing that in your report. We thought the report was fantastic. And when you think about the road ahead, companies that embrace technology and implement that technology to make them better at better decision makers, make them more efficient, make them more productive, are going to be the winners. When you think of the pace of change, the one constant in life is change. I know it's a cliche, but it's true. And when you think of the pace of change since COVID, the last 4 years, it's been astonishing. And the unpredictability of that change, I would argue, is much higher than it's ever been. And so the companies and the industries that can employ and and harness that technology to make them better what they do, better competitors, better make them, help them with better decisions, et cetera, are going to be the winners in the future. And that's where a lot of the wealth is going to be created. So what was said in that UBS Billionaires report, what was written was fantastic. We are big believers of that, and it was great to see. It was a wonderful report.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is when you kind of come into our industry, financial services, banking specifically, there are questions around, will the digital world affect the way that active managers are managing their portfolios, working with clients? And I will say, sitting here and knowing you and Bristolgate for many years now, you really were one of the pioneers of within the active management space using technology, using digital enhancements, using even certain forms of AI to then look at the way dividends are growing with companies and how to create portfolios. So it's something that you all, I would say, are experts in.
Well, thanks for saying that. So we've been using AI or some predecessor form since our inception over 15 years ago. I mean, I like to say that we were AI before AI was cool, but we've been using it to help us with our high dividend growth strategy. But when you think of the amount of data that's created every year, that growth has been exponential. And that's only become more pronounced in the world of generative AI and large language models. And so anybody in the active management space, certainly in the equity world where we reside in, you need some kind of data science capabilities to help you in the kind of path forward. If you don't have those data science capabilities, you're going to fall further and further behind. And we happen to have a world-class data science team on our staff that works with our fundamental team. So we've been doing it for a long time. And our chief data scientist, Puri Ferdowsi, was here with you folks last fall.
Former guest of ours, yes.
Was here as a guest. And he's got a wonderful quip that he likes to tell the folks at Bristolgate, is that he's a big believer in self-driving cars, but he's not yet prepared to sit in the back seat. He wants to sit in the front seat with his foot close to the brake. So we at Bristolgate have always been big believers in a combination of artificial intelligence with human intelligence to help you in terms of running your business in the path forward. So we've lived that since the beginning, and I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, no, of course, and honestly, that seems to be where a lot of our partners in the financial services industry are now going. You can't, if you're not using artificial intelligence and some form of digital enhancement, you're being left behind, because that's where we're going. So it's great that we're already seeing that take place across the industry.
Which is not surprising.
Right.
It needs to happen for this industry to grow and to prosper and to produce good risk-adjusted results for our clients.
For our clients, exactly.
Yeah.
So, Mike, just as we're wrapping up here, what is, what's a big takeaway here when you look out in the future, 1 year, 5 years, even 10 years, when it comes to this continuing? And as you said, technology is exponential. So, God, who knows where we're going to be 5, 10 years from now? But where do you think we're going?
I think we're going forward at a pretty good clip. I can tell you at our firm, we are using AI, not just in our investment process and our research team, but we're using it across the business now with the relationship management team, with the trading and operations team. And so we are trying to embrace technology across the platform, even though it started with the investment team, to make us a better company. We're not going to be unique in that regard. And so that's going to happen across industries, across companies. And so that trend is only going to accelerate, we believe. I don't know what that actually means in 5 years exactly, but I just know that if you don't get on that wagon, you're going to fall behind, and you're going to lose some competitiveness.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like if you were working in the office with a typewriter and the person next to you had a computer 25 years ago, you clearly were being left behind. We have to think of it as the same way. It's just watching technology grow in front of us. By the way, the kids who are born today will have grown up with large language models as the norm, and they will be ushering us into the next generation in the next 20, 25 years. Fascinating to watch how that will grow, and who knows what's after that. Mike, good to see you. Thanks for everything. Good to see you. Always, please come back. And thanks again to Mike and all of our great partners at Bristolgate Capital Partners. And if you'd like more information on what they're talking about, as well as other partners and our Chief Investment Office here at UBS, visit our Insights website at ubs.com/views. Plus, you can follow UBS on social media, specifically our dedicated Instagram channel at UBS Trending. Lots of great content for you up there to take a look at. And as always, if you have questions about your portfolio, make sure you're talking with your financial advisor. Until next time, I'm Anthony Pastore. Have a great day, everyone, and remember to keep your eyes on what's trending. We'll see you soon.